Here we go. Yeah.
We will go ahead and continue our media availabilities for today. We're now joined by Martin Truex Jr., the defending race winner here at Dover Motor Speedway. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, raise your hand, and we will get a mic over to you. All right. Martin, what's it like coming back here as the defending winner? No wins this season just yet, but this is a place you've been successful.
Yeah, it's always nice to come back here and a place where I've had a lot of success, and it's been a good track for me over the years. So we're excited about it. We've had really fast cars all year long, and not quite been able to get the win yet, but I feel like we've been right there, and our time's coming, and hopefully this weekend we can do what we did last year.
Awesome. Any other questions? We'll go right here to Derek in the front. Right here. Right here.
Derek for CW. Just how do you and your team kind of break down this track when you look at it? Obviously, you had success last year, but throughout this week, how are you preparing?
Yeah, I mean, this is our third year here with the next gen car. So just trying to go back through all that and try to figure out how to be even better than last year, because everybody's program evolves and they learn things. So I kind of, they understand what I'm looking for here, what I want to feel, and then for here it's always about, okay, what's the weather going to be like, what are the tires like, how much rubber's going to go down on Sunday. I think today is a warm-up and a qualifying session, and tomorrow is going to be a completely different racetrack. So being prepared for that's going to be important, and kind of figuring out how it's going to change will be a big deal.
What's the feel been like going from the previous gen to the next gen car?
For here, it's just kind of been a process of figuring it out. These cars are quite a bit different, the way they feel with the tires and the bigger wheels, and just they're so stiff, so rigid. So this place is, it gets really rough, really bouncy when it gets rubbered up in the race, and it's been a challenge to figure out how to get this car to ride nice and not so stiff and have some grip. So, it's been a challenge, and it's a totally different feel than what we used to get here.
Come right here to Matt.
Hey, Martin, Matt Pensick, Coast TV, NBC. You talked about the weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be a lot hotter. The sun's going to be out. So what do you take from practice sessions today with what we have out there now that you can apply to tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, you basically just get a feel for the car, the overall balance, and kind of get a baseline, and then try to figure out which direction to go from there, which is always, probably the biggest challenge that we deal with. The crew chiefs and engineers deal with it every weekend, it seems like. It's always hottest on Sunday, and that's a good thing for the racing for sure, and I enjoy that. But it's a big challenge for them to get the car right.
Are there any final? All right, go back to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. Looking ahead at Kansas, last fall didn't go too great, but you have had success there in the past. Can you just talk a little bit about what it takes to have a solid day there, and that would probably include not cutting a tire?
Yeah, for sure. I felt really good about our car there last year, and it didn't last very long with the tire issues. So, Kansas is a really fun racetrack. It's a place where you can move around, tires wear out, it gets slippery. It's a fun place to race, and at the same time, I think it's a real measuring stick of your cars and where you're at. It takes everything to get around there. You got to have horsepower, downforce, a good setup with a lot of tire grip and things like that. So it's a big challenge, and usually the guys that have the fastest cars are up front there. So hopefully we'll be one of those guys, because it seems like our Camrys have been really strong this year.
We'll come right here to your left.
Yep, Adam Dropper, Motorsports Today. So Martin, last year at Dover, you and Ryan obviously split the weekend. So going into this year with both of you on the entry list again for your respective series, have you talked with him first off about last year, and also what would you be able to do to maybe build off of that momentum?
Yeah, we've talked about it some between then and now, and I think it's a new year. There's new challenges, and really in this sport, what you did last year doesn't mean a thing. So go out there and he felt pretty good about his car yesterday. I didn't get the lap he wanted qualifying, and for us, we'll see how today goes and go from there. So I mean, honestly, feel great with what my team's been able to do this year. We got some things we got to figure out during the race that we can do better, but cars have been really fast, and the guys have been making great decisions and giving me fast cars to drive, which has been awesome. So hopefully that continues here, and we'll go out and do what we know how to do.
Thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Are there any final questions for Martin? All right, Martin.
All right, thanks.
Good luck this weekend.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, driver.